Hey everybody, so it's time for NHL Games of the Week, where I pick 5 games from the upcoming week in the NHL and try to pick the winner. Before we get into the video, I just quickly want to remind everyone to please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and follow along for all my hockey content this season and all year round. The elusive 5-0 week that has been eluding us all season long finally got one last week, where I went 5-0 with my picks, bringing my total record this season to 29 wins and 14 losses with my game picks. So last week was a really good week. We're going to try and carry that over into this week. So let's get started. My first pick is from today, December 1st, Sunday. I have Boston over Montreal. Montreal's really struggling right now. Boston's on a win streak. Boston destroyed the Canadiens 8-1 when they played last week. This game is in Boston. All the signs are pointing towards the Bruins winning this game. So I am going with the Boston Bruins over the Canadiens tonight. I also will be live streaming during that game, so it should be a fun one. I do expect to see some pushback from the Canadiens after what happened last week, but in the end, I see Boston coming out with the W on home ice. Moving on to Tuesday, I have Florida over the Minnesota Wild. So Minnesota's a team that has, really struggled this season. They're not very good. And Florida is, right up there in the Eastern Conference with some of the best teams in the East, and they're playing well. And Florida scores a ton of goals. Minnesota does not. So I think when it comes down to it, Florida's just going to flat out outscore the Wild and pick up the win on Tuesday. From Wednesday night, I have the Edmonton Oilers over the Ottawa Senators. I just don't see Ottawa going into Edmonton and beating a first-place team like the Oilers on the road. Ottawa's, obviously a rebuilding team. They've been pretty good this season compared to what I thought they would be like. But they're still a rebuilding team. They're still near the bottom of the standings. Edmonton, obviously, has been very good in first place. McDavid and Draisaitl are lighting it up. I think the Oilers get the job done at home against a bottom-of-the-league team like the Senators. And my final two for this week come from Saturday, the 7th. I have Vancouver over Buffalo. I just don't see Buffalo going into Vancouver and winning that game, especially with the way that Buffalo has been playing recently. It's been a little bit of a rough go here for the Sabres. Certainly the month of November was not how they wanted it to go. I just don't, Vancouver looks like a playoff team. They're a team that's playing well out in the Pacific. I don't see Buffalo going to Vancouver and winning out there. And finally, the Nashville Predators over the New Jersey Devils. So Nashville's not off to a good start. They have not looked nearly as good as I thought they would this season. But there's still time to turn it around, and if they're going to turn it around and start climbing the standings, they have to win games like this against New Jersey, who's one of the worst teams in the league this year. It's in Nashville, so you can't lose to teams like New Jersey on home ice. So I do think that the Predators get the job done on Saturday over the Devils and walk away with a win. So there are my 5 game picks for this week. Picks of the week, I have Boston over Montreal tonight, Florida over Minnesota on Tuesday, Edmonton over Ottawa on Wednesday, and Vancouver over Buffalo and Nashville over New Jersey on Saturday. Those are my 5 picks. We'll see if what my record looks like this week. Really happy to get a 5-0 week done. Last week, we'll hopefully go 5-0 or at least 4-1 again this week and keep building that record higher and higher. So with that, like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media. All those links are down in the description below. If you'd like to further support the channel, the links to our Patreon and merchandise store are down in the description as well. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Let's keep this thing growing. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.